Hey, good morning, guys. It's Cheyenne here, and I am practicing my speaking first thing in the morning. We are working on reading out loud. Let's get right into this. It's one of my favorite books. Todd Jacobs dreamed of starting his own computer software business. But when he and Amy got married, he took a mundane job just to pay the bills. Then the baby came along and their budget went out the window, along with Todd's dreams. At first, the shelving of his dreams didn't bother Todd, but before long, he and Amy both recognized the unspoken yet very real resentment seething just below the surface of every conversation about money and every decision about their future. Ironically, when an opportunity arose for Todd to develop software for a well-known established company, working along with one of his best friends, he turned it down. "I'm not talented enough," he said. "I've been away from the business world too long." "Todd, are you sure?" his best friend asked. "This is a tremendous opportunity. You can start your own company, help write software for the parent company, and you can even make extra money from royalties. Are you sure you want to pass on this job?" "Yes, I'm sure," Todd replied. "I can't afford to take a chance. My job doesn't pay a lot, but it's steady work. I'd better stay right where I am." Like Todd, many people miss pivotal opportunities in their lives every day because they've grown accustomed to the status quo. They expect nothing better. God is opening a new door for them. All they have to do is step through it. Yet, regrettably, they back away from God's blessings. Why? They refuse to make room in their own thinking for the new things God wants to do in their lives. When a great opportunity comes along, rather than latching onto it, launching out in faith and believing for the best, they say, "Well, that could never happen to me. That's just too good to be true." Unfortunately, what you will receive is directly connected to how you believe and what you expect. If you want God to do the extraordinary, then you must start believing Him for bigger things. Like Todd, you may be thinking, "I'll just work at this same job in the same position for the rest of my life. After all, this is all I know how to do." No, quit limiting God. He may want to open another opportunity or a better position for you. Well, God may intervene in your situation, replacing your supervisor so you can be promoted. One day you may run that entire company. Once you begin expecting more, a second key element to enlarging your vision is believing that God has more in store for you. There's an old story about a little frog that was born at the bottom of a small circular well. It is similar to those you might see at a typical rural farm. He and his family lived there, and he was content to play in the water, swimming all around the little well. He thought, "Life doesn't get any better than this. I have all that I need." But one day he looked up. He noticed the light at the top of the well. The little frog became curious, wondering what was up there. He slowly climbed up the side of the well. When he got to the top, he cautiously peered over the edge. Lo and behold, the first thing he saw was a pond. He couldn't believe it. It was 1,000 times bigger than the well he lived in. He ventured further and discovered a huge lake. He stood there gazing in amazement. Eventually, the little frog hopped a long way and came to the ocean. where everywhere he looked, all he could see was water. He was shocked beyond measure. He began to realize how limited his thinking had been. He thought he had it all back in the well. But all he really had was a drop in the bucket compared to what God wanted him to enjoy. Well, God's dream for your life is so much bigger and greater than you can imagine. If God showed you everything he had in store for you, it would boggle your mind. So many times we're like that little frog. We've been enclosed in our own little well. It's been our comfortable little environment. It's how and where we were raised. It's all we've ever known, a certain level of living, a certain way of thinking. All the while, well, God has so much more in store for us. We'll go a bit further than you've gone before. We'll dare to dream a little bigger. Look out over the edge like that little frog. God has oceans he wants you to enjoy. All right, so that was my morning reading out loud session. I will watch it back later for my own improvement. Bye now.